guys, and welcome to another episode of The Lisa Show. I am so excited because we are going to be starting our ramen upgrade series. So this series, we're going to be doing cool new recipes where we're going to just transform and hack our instant ramen. We're going to be using instant ramen as a base for all our recipes, but it's going to be a variation. Some we're going to be using the seasoning, some we won't. We'll be making it from scratch, and it's going to be freaking awesome because I don't know about you guys, but I freaking love instant ramen. Oh my gosh, seriously, so good. I think it's one of God's greatest gifts to mankind, okay? So today we will be making a super awesome carbonara ramen. So I'm just gonna turn on my fire and we will be starting with our bacon. Now you can use bacon, I use streaky bacon. You can use back bacon if you don't like so much fat, but hey, where's the fun in that, you know? Best choice would be to use pancetta or guanciale, which is a sort of Italian cured meat. Just so much more flavor. If you think bacon is awesome, wait till you try pancetta. It's like next level heaven. So good. So we're just gonna heat the pan up, and then we're just going to take our bacon. So what I do is I have streaky bacon here, and I just chop them up into little squares essentially. If you can get cured meat like pancetta from the deli, what you can ask the deli guy to do, yeah, the deli guy, I call him that. The deli guy just be like, hey, can I get a thicker slice of pancetta? So because bacon's normally so thin if you buy it in a packet, but if you get the deli guy to slice the cured meat a bit thicker, when you chop them, you get like little cubes, and that just gives it so much more bite, and it's so good. But today we didn't have access to pancetta. We are going to be using streaky bacon. So I'm just gonna just add some regular olive oil. Bacon does release oil in itself, but we don't want the bacon to be charring and sticking to the pan. So the oil helps loosen that up and helps make a good base for the carbonara sauce as well. So I'm going to be popping in my bacon. And just try to separate them so that they're not in one little clump, so they all get an even cook around. Now you don't want the bacon to be too crispy and hard. That's not what we're going for in this recipe. We want it to be still got some bite to it, still quite soft, but the fat should be nice and rendered out, which is amazing. So rendered fat basically it should look a bit brown, but not to the point where the whole bacon is crisp. If your bacon is still like fully white, it's not quite done yet. Oh my god, bacon, bacon, bacon. Is it worrying that food makes me so happy? Seriously, I am. Bacon. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm just gonna keep stirring that around. Look at that beautiful color. Fat is rendering perfectly. Okay, now bacon's all done. It looks amazing. We're gonna turn off the fire and we're just gonna set this aside, and we're gonna work on our ramen. Now we're gonna get a pot of water and we're gonna be working on our ramen. Now you can use any ramen you like. You can use Maggi, you can use like Nissin, but I for one am a lover of Korean ramen. Only, like, I love it. Once you start on Korean ramen, there is no way you are going back. Just the texture of the noodles is so bouncy and just so booms, freaking booms. Okay, so and in the Korean ramen space, I really like samyang noodles. So I got here a samyang ramen. Woo! Pop that in. This is particularly, oh my lord, this is particularly the Samyang Carbonara flavoring one. If you guys know your ramens, you would know that Samyang ramen is known for its bouncy noodles, but the carbonara one in particular, the noodles are a bit fatter to represent, like, I don't know, linguine or something. So it's a bit fatter and the texture is just like out of this world. So I'm gonna pop that in. And noodles should take about 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. Okay, so you don't want the noodles to be super soft. You want it to be al dente, which is a little firm, because when we're gonna mix it in later with the sauce, that might, you know, it slowly cooks with the residual heat. And there's nothing worse than overcooked ramen, okay? Now, while we're waiting for the ramen to cook, we're gonna work on our sauce. So carbonara traditionally has no cream in it. That's an Alfredo. Real carbonara actually is just made of eggs. And the tricky part about carbonara is how do we cook the eggs without it scrambling in the heat. So we want the eggs to just sort of slightly cook in that residual heat without scrambling, but it's gonna make this like creamy sauce. So I've got here an egg and 1 egg yolk. So 1 full egg and 1 egg yolk. And I'm gonna add to that about 1/3 cup of parmesan cheese. Just gonna put that in. Ooh, yummy. In it goes. To that, we're gonna be adding freshly ground black pepper. You want quite a lot of this actually. We're just gonna try one of that noodles. Then we're just about done. Okay. I'm gonna go turn the fire off on that. Leave that. I'm gonna quickly mix this together. Beat that slowly. Just incorporate all that cheese and that egg in. Now, for the parmesan, as always, I use freshly grated parmesan. You can use powdered parmesan if you like, but I do not recommend it because I hate the taste. And if you're using a grater, you would want to grate your parmesan cheese on the fine side of the grater, because parmesan is quite a hard cheese. If you grate your parmesan too big, what happens is the hard cheese takes a while to melt. And don't forget, we're not cooking this over the stove. Okay, so you want your cheese to be as fine as possible. Okay, all incorporated. Okay, now you bring your bacon pan back with all that delicious oil. And we're gonna be taking this. Now it's very important this step. You want your noodles to be hot, in it goes, okay? And even if it's got some water in it, that's fine. You don't need to completely drain this, because things that we need the noodles to be hot enough to cook the egg later. So you're just gonna grab the noodles. Okay. In it goes. Ooh. So bouncy and slippery. Yum, yum, yums. Okay, come on. Yes. You're gonna just quickly toss that with the bacon and that oil. And immediately in the sauce goes. And you wanna do this very, very quickly. Just pour that in. And you're gonna just keep stirring that. Let the cheese melt in. I'm just gonna keep moving that around. Slowly the sauce is gonna be incorporated in and the cheese is melting with that residual heat. Okay, now you can grab your salt and pepper and you can season it to taste. I do like my carbonara quite peppery. Feel free to add more salt if you like. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add more cheese because I just love cheese. So taking my parmesan block and my grater, I'm just gonna go over with a generous shaving of parmesan cheese. All right. Gonna give that a good stir and let that cheese melt right in. Look at that. getting all cheesy and gooey. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna plate. Okay, and we are ready to eat. I just topped it off with more Parmesan cheese on top because I love cheese. And we're just gonna dig in. All that cheese. Mmm. Oh my god. Mmm. That bacon. Seriously? So good. Mmm. Mmm. And the ramen texture is just right. Got it al dente and bouncy. Mmm. And cheesy. This is so good. Seriously, comfort meal to the max. You can just make this for your boo, make it for your kids. Because I think kids would dig this shit now. Mmm. The bacon is just nice. And it's really nice when you have a mash with the noodles, which is cheesy and nice, but then you put a bacon bit on that and you're like, boom, game changer. Just burst of flavor in your mouth. So good. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's freaking awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Samyang's carbonara seasoning. It's my favorite out of all the Samyangs, but this is like Italian carbonara with your ramen, y'all. Mmm. Thank you, God. So happy right now. I'm gonna save some so that my boo can try some. But we are done with this episode. Episode 1 of our ramen upgrade series where we did ramen carbonara. It was so easy. Just basically using processed food, but hey, no one's complaining. And it's so delicious. So I really hope you guys try this out. Tag me if you do on Instagram. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you know when the next recipe is coming up. We'll see you guys. Bye! Can't even. No words. The bacon is so good.